Welcome back to Between the Walls, another episode of Life of an International Student. Today I'm here with an amazing guy doing something good for himself, playing D1, managing athletics. Today I'll let him introduce himself and get into it because I actually appreciate you for joining me here. He got out of his way of going to work and just giving me this 30 minutes of his time. So everybody, if you can just say thank you to him, I will really appreciate that. But I'll let you introduce yourself, then we go from there.
All right, yeah, I'm Oliver Eckhardt. I'm originally from Germany. I'm 23 years old, and like you said, I'm currently playing at Northern Kentucky University, Division One. And yeah, thanks for having.
It's my pleasure, bro. So I want you to talk to me a little bit about the whole soccer journey. So at what year did you take this game serious and what was the inspiration?
Yeah, so why I came here is basically I played in Germany at a pretty good level. The 19s, we played in the second highest league, almost got promoted to the under 19 Bundesliga.
Okay.
Trained with the first team, was back then fifth league. It's called Oberliga. Played some friendlies. After that, it was like the decision, like, what should I do? Should I like try to play like fifth league? Should I like try to like go try out for a fourth league team? But then I had two friends that went Division One before me, and I thought it was like super nice. You have like a lot of like pro environment, crazy pro environment here. So I just like talked with them and then made the decision. And yeah, mostly for soccer. Like I feel like I wouldn't have studied if I would have stayed in Germany. So
Yeah, bro. Before we get into the whole process of you coming to the US, I want you to tell me a little bit about Germany, where you grew up, how was it like, and how was the family like too?
yeah, so where I grew up is like mainly soccer, like in Germany. You know, it's not like here in the US that you play like different sports, like mainly soccer. So that influenced like my childhood a lot. Yeah, I came like for a family. I have a bigger sister, and yeah, my parents they also moved from a different country to Germany when they were like in their beginning of the 20s. So they also didn't have like an easy life. So like it was also an inspiration for me, like get like a better life, like coming to the US and like achieving things. So I kind of like took my parents also as an idol to like go somewhere and like achieve stuff.
What city in Germany are you from?
It's called Freiburg. It's from the
Yeah.
south.
Okay, I
Yeah,
know.
it's good. Okay, nice.
Yeah. So let's get back to the whole process of you coming to the US. You said you had a couple of friends that played in D1, and like you with them telling you about the whole college setup with the facilities and all that. Like it's just a little step away from pro. Just now that there's NIL deals and all that, it's just a little step away from pro. So I want you to know the whole process. How did you go about with it?
Yeah, so I actually heard when I was like playing under 15s the first time about like a player going to the US, and I was like, yo, what is this guy doing? Why is he going to the US? Like there's not even soccer, like, you know, like
Yeah.
back then there was no Messi in the MLS, nothing like that, you know. So like I was completely like against it if someone would have asked me back then. But like then I like watched the videos and it looked like unreal. Like, South Carolina, I think they have like 6 to 7 thousand fans per game and stuff. I was like, yo, shit, that's crazy. Third Bundesliga in Germany, you know. Yeah, so like this was the first time I actually was like thinking about when I saw all the videos and stuff. Yeah, so like I talked with my parents about it, and my parents were like, first of all, like, yo, you're not gonna do that. Like, no way. Like, what do you want to do there? Like, stay here, play soccer here, get your studies in here. But yeah, I'm glad my sister talked with them, was like, yeah, Ollie, yeah, like let Ollie go over, like let him like live his dream and stuff, and like he can try it. If he fails, he comes back. But yeah, my mom was like, okay, like I give you that chance. You can do that if you really want to. And yeah, so like then I talked to my parents about it, and then yeah, I decided to do that after my under 19 season was over and I got my high school degree. And it was back in 2022. And yeah.
How did you go about with your process? Like, were you in contact with some agency or you emailed coaches yourself?
Yeah, I was in contact with an agency back then, and the problem with me was I was pretty late with like the process and stuff. Like I made like my decision to go like pretty late. I didn't know you have to do it like a year before. I had my highlight tape ready by like end of February, like the 26th of February was my highlight tape ready. And then you have to do like the TOEFL test. And like I said, like I didn't take school serious at all back then in Germany. So I was like starting like really, really hard for that TOEFL test for like 1 week.
Yeah.
And you have to get like a 75 to be able to go to university. And I had like a 64. And then I talked with my agent and he was like, yeah, look, you can like repeat the test in like a week or like 2 weeks. But what we can also do is like reach out to some junior colleges. And he's like, yeah, if you go to like a top junior college and you go to nationals, like, yo, look at you can get like a full ride at like a big D1 school if you perform there. And I didn't even know what junior college is, what NIA is. I only knew like about D1. So like, yo, I was like, what's going on with like Juco and stuff? I didn't know, but I gave it a try. So yeah, like it was like my process in the beginning about it.
So I want to know a little bit about the Juco. What school was that?
Yeah, it was Western Texas College. Like it was actually funny. It was like my second offer. Like I got first one Juco offer, also like top 20 Juco in Illinois, and like the next offer was Western Texas. It was like top 5. They were top 5 ranked in Juco, and so the coach was also Albanian, like from Europe. I really liked that I had like someone from like Europe. And he called me. He was like, "Yeah, look, like our center back was the captain. He went with a full ride to Jacksonville University." And I was like, "Florida, Jacksonville, ooh, like I want to do the same, you know." And then it was the
Yeah.
first time like, oh, maybe I'm gonna do the JUCO stuff, you know. And they also had another player. He went to Fullerton. He the next 2 years, I think last year he got like top draw soccer first, ranked first. He had like 10 goals, 10 assists, and performed really well. And then I was like, oh, look, people actually going to like big schools. And I was also texting with a few guys from there that actually end up like going D1. And I said like it's a rough place to live because it's 10,000 people, middle of nowhere in the desert of Texas. Soccer was like a great opportunity because everyone just wants to like go out of there and everyone just like works hard every practice. Everyone had that dream to like go D1. And I remember like we would like literally fight in practice, you know, because like everything we had was like soccer. Like every day would be like just like a little bit of school, then we would hang out with the boys, and like soccer would be like every day our highlight because like we wouldn't do shit. Like literally, like, we would go to Walmart once per week. That like we couldn't go anywhere. The closest city was Lubbock, was 1.5 hours away.
Well, I played in Lubbock.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I saw it. Yeah, Lubbock Matadors, I saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've heard it's a good place for summer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know maybe Leo,
Leo?
the
Yeah, yeah,
center?
yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I played with him.
The center back?
Huh?
The center back.
I played
Yeah,
together with
yeah.
him, Western Texas. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's nice.
Yeah, we played together center back. Yeah, so yeah, Lubbock was a close place, but like you said, you played in Lubbock, you know, it's not like a big city, you know,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it's like alright. So yeah, we mainly had only soccer in our head, but it was like really good and like yeah, I really liked it, even though it was like just junior college.
yeah. What would you say is the difference between Juco? Let's start with Juco, right? Comparing
Mhm.
you playing in Germany and Juco when you first came, what was the difference in the game?
Honestly, I was like with the level, I thought like it's not that high, like to compare to like the level I played from like the games in general. But like once you see like the guys that like they go to nations, like we played like Cowley College, and they were pretty good. They just have like a lot of Japanese midfielder and probably like their whole starting 11 is like committing D1 year after year. That level was good, but like we scrimmaged like a Division 2 at Western State. And then the first time I was like, oh, like we went to their place like 4 days after I arrived because I had problems with my visa. So preseason started like 1st of August. I got there by like 11th of August. And then like the 14th we played right away. So like I saw right away the facilities and was like perfect grass field, big stadium. And like they had like, I remember they had like 4 or 5 goalkeepers. And I was like, yo, what's going on? Like in Germany, you maybe have like 3 goalkeepers like warming up. And because it was preseason game, that like all the goalkeepers there. And I was like, oh shit, it actually looks like professional. And that's where I like realized that the college soccer is actually professional and like serious. And yeah, with Juco, I would say there where we played in Texas, like the Western Texas, my team, we always won the conference. So like we knew before the game already we're gonna win that game. So I didn't have like that much pressure on me or my shoulders. Like in Germany, it was also always like a lot of pressure, especially when you practice like with the first team. You're like nervous and like you kind of like have to perform. And also like at a junior college level, you have to perform, but you know that like if you play like 70% instead of 100%, you're still gonna win against that team just because you have that quality. We had like all these internationals. We had all these guys that went already to nationals the year before and stuff. Yeah, but I would say like, the top games are definitely competitive. It's definitely like a good level if you compare it even with Germany.
So for me, the reason why I see that is because I've been hearing people say Juco is more about individual. People play for themselves a lot. So it's like mostly teams don't have the chemistry and like it's like everybody want to get their own highlight. Everybody want to like play for themselves to be seen. What do you think about that?
I would definitely kind of agree. Like definitely everyone had, you say you're a team, but everyone has that shit in the back of his head where you're like, yo, I have to perform. I have to play good. I have to get like the awards and stuff like this to like make it out. But I would say, especially at our team, we're like pretty tight since we also like it was basically like just one floor, 14 doors, and just like each room 2 people. We never locked our doors, nothing. We were like one family. You go to next door, open the door, and just walk in and talk with the boys, and we're like really tight. So like from that aspect, we're like basically like a family. Like people say like the team is a family, but like this was like one of the closest teams I've been in. So I would say like we're like really close, and because we were that close, we're still like a good team on the field. But I would definitely agree that like people like some play for themselves, especially like offensive players, like they have to get stats in because if you don't get stats in as an offensive player, you're not gonna like transfer anywhere.
That leads to my next question, right? There was a point in my college career where I was not playing. Like I came from this guy who was playing every second, every minute on the field, and a new coach came and I wasn't playing, right? But I'm already in the top 10 program at Indiana Tech, and
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't playing. So, but I still knew, like, I still had like some good years behind me, and I still have the quality. Although that season I still played in some crucial games and won some, like, score some game winning goals, right? Somebody at a Juco that's looking forward to transfer, that need game time to play, like to get a school, and it's not getting game time. Have you ever had a encounter with such person, and do you know how they feel and how they think?
Yeah, I mean, my best friend there was from Honduras, actually. And I mean, like, it's like not a like big soccer country. Like, we had other teammates. Like, my roommate was from Spain. He played for Sevilla FC, like, his whole year. He played against Barcelona. He played against Gavi. He played against all these talents. Like, you can't compare a guy that comes from Honduras academy against, like, someone from, like, Spain academy. So he had it really hard. And, like, he didn't play, I think, like, he played maybe in 2 games, like 5 or 10 minutes. And I would say it's, like, mentally, like, it was, like, really tough for him, especially since he moved to another country and stuff. But what helped him like a lot was like talking with his family and like his like fate, you know. Was like a big Christian, and like I'm a Christian too, so like we also always talked about our faith and stuff, and like that like it's like really important to like believe in God, that like you have to take that step like right now, like after like every down comes the high, and you just have like to work through that work through that moment, you know. And he would still like practice extra and stuff. At the JUCO level, I also had like a little down. Like I came in, started right away the first game. Like I said, I came late, so the first game I didn't start, came in after 30 minutes. After the game, the coach told me like, yo, you played really good. I'm going to start your next game like right away. Like, you have to start. I just didn't start you because you came 2 days early. Like all the guys would be like, yo, what's going on and stuff. So then then I started starting, played every game like 90 minutes, all the games, like 5, 6 games. We play against like Cowley College, Coffeewell, like all these like top 20 ranked, Jucos. We won against Eastern Oklahoma like 3-0. Got an assist, almost got a second assist as a center back and stuff. Like things were pretty good. And also, like I said, like you said before, like a new coach came in. Like we didn't have an assistant, so a new assistant came in, and he saw like what he wanted to like try out the other center back in like a non-conference game. And we played against like some random D2 that game, and he like just tried him out to see how he does. No one talked to me, so like basically like I just got benched from playing like 5 games, 90 minutes, to just got benched and no one talked to me. So in that moment, it was also really hard for me to like know like what's going on. But afterwards, the coach told me like, yeah, we wanted to try him out and stuff. And after that, I started playing again. But in the middle of the season, when that moment came, I was also like, yo, what's going on? Like, especially since you mentioned like when a new coach comes in and like he wants to try for something else, like really hard for a player to like understand, especially since I like played before and I felt like I played really good.
That's good. I'm glad you've cleared this for me, because like every time I talk to JUCO guys, I want to know how they'll be feeling about this whole thing, because I know like if I'm playing a 2 year situation, like it's gonna be hard for me to not play. Like if I don't get a minutes, because I know I need to I need to play and get out of here, you know. So like that's really tough, and I'll feel bad if I'm not, like, I feel bad for people. Imagine you're closer to somebody and you're playing and the person is not playing. So I'm glad you helped your friend out and talking about your faith and like helping him deal with that. So that's really good. I know he'll be really pleased of you. So let's talk a little bit about you getting here, combining college, this, and working. Right? How has
Yeah.
it been taking on this load?
So I would say it's like pretty tough sometimes. I would say I'm used to it now, since in Germany, like I did like high school, playing high level, have practices 4 times per week, travel on the weekend. I had already like basically like no free time in Germany already. We travel like the whole day in Germany, go to like different cities every weekend. Yeah, so like I was kind of used to it already. But here it's like really good managed with like the practice, especially like right now here at Northern Kentucky, we practice in the morning. So we have like a block of like 7:30 to 11 where we meet, we can get some snacks, eat something. 8:30 we go on the field. Afterwards we have a lift, and then you have time for like physio for a little bit, and then you go to your classes. My classes are like in the afternoon, so that like really helps me. Beside that, I work like 20 hours in the gym per week, and I do that from like 5:30 to like 8:30. And it can get like really hard, especially when you have to do like some rehab by your own afterwards, or you want to go to the gym, then you maybe have to go like after 8:30. and like stay in the gym till like 9:30, 10, and then like you go to sleep and the next morning you do the same stuff again at 7 a.m. But like that's what we love. We live for that. We live for the sports. For some people, they say like I'm busy or like it's like a hard day but for me, like I enjoy doing that.
Oh, that's nice, man. I mean, this been hectic for a lot of people. It's hard to juggle them, you know, trying to be on time at every place and trying to give it 100% everywhere you are. So if it's practice, if it's school, if it's work, you know, you gotta work to get you some money to like keep yourself going. So yeah, I'm glad you figured these things out and like making something good for yourself, bro. Let's go back home a little bit. Whenever you hear home, what makes you miss home?
And definitely my family. Like my family is number one. Like a lot of people say, especially my mom. Yeah. Beside that, like food and stuff, like not that much because like German food is not my favorite food. So like yeah, but definitely my family.
What are the favorite things you used to do with your family?
We live like right next to the mountains, so we would go like on like a Sunday, like a family trip, just like go like walk around through the mountains, like in the nature, and like just like get off like all this like social media, TV, all this stuff, like just enjoy, like have conversation stuff, and like yeah, I really love that.
In the beginning, you said your mom didn't agree with you initially when you mentioned coming to the US to study. How does she feel about it now?
I mean, now she's extremely proud, especially since she's like seeing like how I like improve like year by year, and then like I want to achieve things like every year, and I always have new goals. She's like really proud. Especially, I mean, I went from Juco. I only played 1 year Juco, then went to a Division 2, played 1 season there, and then I told her I'm gonna transfer out again, and she was like, "Yo, what are you doing? Why are you transferring again?" I was at like a private school, so it was like super nice, like private university. It was like pretty expensive. I had a big scholarship on there, so like that's how I could afford it. But it was like really, really nice school. I couldn't complain. And she was like, yo, it's a nice school. It's a good university. You get a good degree. Like, don't transfer, stuff like that. And I was like, no, like, I will find something better. Just trust me and stuff. And now when we talk on the phone and like, I showed her the facilities and stuff, she's always like, oh, Ollie, I remember how you told me you're going to transfer out. I didn't want to. And now I'm glad you did. And yeah, so she's definitely proud now.
Yeah, that's nice, man. I'm really glad to hear that, bro. Yeah. So, with you missing home and all that, when you are here, right? What would you say you'd be glad if you can take that back home with all these cultures in America? What would be let's say you have an option to take some things back home, some cultures from US back home. What would be the things you would take home?
Like materialistic things or like just like life things?
Like just life things. Doesn't matter if like
Uh,
materialistic things.
I would definitely say like the aspect that you like enjoy life and that you like live life, you know, because like in Germany, it's like just like work every day. Like you go to the train station at like 6 a.m., you see 2,000 people running to the train, there, like everyone going to work. Then they come back by like 5, 6 p.m. Like my dad would come back from work at 6 p.m. He would leave 6 a.m. Like I would barely see him throughout the day. And yeah, so like my parents like worked their whole life and like it's like just like a working country, Germany. So I would like bring the aspect like home of like, yo, you have to enjoy life, you have to like live life and like not take life like too serious. Like I feel like here, especially like in college, a lot of people like enjoy their lives. They book like different trips, they see like the country and stuff. And like in Germany, it's not like that.
Talking about that, have you had a chance to explore the country?
Yeah, definitely. I played summer league in East Florida, summer 24, then transferred mid-season to a team in South Texas, Corpus.
Okay. Corpus
After that,
Christi?
yeah,
What was that? Was it last season?
it was 24,
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. I have some couple guys that played there last season. So
2004, and then the things, the season with Corpus Christi. After that, last summer I went to Jacksonville Armada in PCL in Florida, so I saw Florida, Texas, and then I went for Thanksgiving break to New York City with some friends, and yeah, it's definitely like unreal. If you come from like a smaller city from Germany, being like a
yeah,
big city like that.
that's nice. But when you come, I know we are here for school and athletics, but sometimes you gotta have take the opportunity to enjoy the states. It's a beautiful country, you know. Yeah,
Yeah.
but let's get back on the field. What would you say has been your highest and your lows since your college career?
I would say my lowest was for sure when I found out or when I got surgery right after fall 24. Because I found out already about the surgery in March 24. They said already I have like a hip impingement in there, but I could play with it. I don't have to get surgery right away. And it was like in March. And I signed already with like a UCL2 team in Florida. And I was like, yo, I'm not going to get surgery right now. Like, I'm going to go to Florida, play some UCL2. It was like my first season UCL2. I was really excited. So I did that. After that mid-season, I went to Corpus Christi. After that, I played my D2 season. And then midway through the D2 season, my hip got like crazy swollen. And like, I couldn't even sleep on like my left side. Like I always had to sleep on my right side. And I was like, yo, there's like something serious. So I went to my trainer. He was like, yeah, you have to see a doctor. While we were still playing, I was seeing the doctor. He was like, yeah, you have like I did like MRI and stuff. They said like I have like a labrum tear now because like the impinged hip is always like scratching against the labrum and like there's like a tear now. And then I found out I still pushed through it, still played the games. I played injured. I think I played 30 games, UC2 and NC82 combined, even though I was injured, and played over 2,400 minutes. And it was like just too much for my hip, and it ended up being like crazy swollen. And I had to get the surgery like right after the season in December, and it was definitely like really, really tough for me mentally. And yeah, for my high, I would definitely say when I scored last season for Northern Kentucky, my first goal against Cleveland State. Because like Cleveland State is like a pretty good team here, and I could score like the 1-0 in like the 5th or 6th minute. So it was like my emotions like went crazy. Everyone went crazy.
Yeah, that's nice, bro. I want us to go back a little bit to when you mentioned the mental health. Like that's a very big topic people try to shy away from, right? So I want to know how you dealt with that.
Yeah. So first of all, when I got like the surgery, it was like really, really hard for me to realize that I'm going to be out for like 4 to 5 months because I never had like a major injuries or like I never had like surgery in general, like in my life, you know, like, and yeah, and then having like surgery, like, far from like back home, being like away from like your friends, family and stuff. Obviously I had friends that like helped me. And also shout out to my boy Tomas. He went with me, like drove me to the surgery. He was like waiting for me like 6 hours while I was like in the surgery. He was like napping there on like the couch, and he woke up 4 hours while I was like having the surgery, and he was like scared. He was like, "Yo, shit, he's already in there for like 4 hours. What happened?" He like, he's like a brother for me, and like he cared so much about me, and like, people like that like helped me a lot in that moment. And he was there with me and like drove me back and stuff. Was with me like the whole day, and yeah, but definitely was like hard being from the family far away, and like just like realizing that you're gonna be out for like a long time.
And aside that, what would you say you struggle with what do you say you have been struggling with since you got to the US?
I would say just like since with the surgery, I would say definitely like with confidence sometimes, especially like when you get the surgery. At that point, I also signed with the summer league team Jackson Lamarda, and I told him I'm gonna get the surgery, but I had like 6 months to prepare till the season starts, so I was like confident I can do that. But when you get back and like I couldn't even practice through the spring because like I got the surgery, committed to NKU by like January, and then I couldn't even practice with the team at my old Division 2 school. So I didn't even have like a team practice until I got to the summer league team. And I definitely did like 1v1 sessions, but like it's like so different. You can play like 1v1, you can ping the ball, you can do all this. Once you play possession, you play 11v11s, it's a different level completely. And I remember I did like a lot of like running and stuff. I was like crazy, crazy fit. I was fitter than like my friends that play like the whole spring. And then I got like into the first practice, like Florida heat was crazy hot. And like we played like 11s for half field, 11s. And I remember like 5 minutes after my breath was gone. Like I was completely dead. And in moments like this, you like definitely struggle with like confidence. You're thinking like, yo, am I going to be like as good as I was before? Am I going to reach my level again? And like, I think like everyone that had like a major surgery has that stuff like in the back of his head. And yeah.
I had a surgery too. Like I had a broken bone in my ankles.
Oh shit.
Yeah, yeah. I did it right after the US Open Cup. After I played the Open Cup my last game, then I did the surgery in the next 2 weeks. Yeah,
Mhm.
I really feel you on that. Like I've been through the whole process, but like I want to know how the recovery was for you, like mentally and physically, because that was the toughest part. The surgery wasn't even like for me. I feel like the surgery you go get it done, like you'll be even put asleep. You not even feel it after like you're up, you know. But like the
Yeah.
recovery in discipline and like all that, that's the toughest part. How did you
Yeah.
do that
Yeah. So I mean, I had like 2 hip surgeries now. One time on the left side, in 24,
last month?
and now on the right side, I just got it done a month ago. Yeah, it was like the 4th of February. And I mean, it's completely different, like how I handle the things since I'm now it's the second time. But if we go back to the first time, um, I think I was like dealing with it not that good. Like, I don't know, I was overthinking like a lot, like a lot. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I was laying in my bed and like I couldn't sleep some nights. I was like thinking, like, yo, am I gonna find like a good new school? Am I gonna go D1 now finally and stuff like this? And especially like being like not able to like practice because like I think you feel me if I say like, yo, like soccer is like everything for us and like our head gets off when we play soccer, you know? Like,
Yeah.
you go on the field, you play with your boys, I forget all my problems. And from one day like this, you don't have it anymore. So I mean, obviously I went to the gym and stuff, but like it's not the same. So like it was really hard to like not have that in my life anymore. It was you always also think like, yo, like am I gonna be back like at around that this and this month? Like I was going crazy. Like every week I would like write down new goals, how much I would like to do, how much weights I would like to do, how much I want to run and stuff like this, just to be like on time with like my recovery so I can play summer league. And now since I got the same surgery on the left side already and I have it now on the right side, I know already like how what I have to do and know already like how it's gonna work out and I know already I can go back to my level even though I'm can get back and be even better since like I'm not gonna be in pain anymore and I can play like more freely and stuff. And I feel like that's like what a lot of players like have to trust to like trust the process like in the recovery that like it's not a setback, like you can still work and like get back and like get better. And that's what I realized now, like now I'm like looking forward instead of like looking back and like be like, yo shit, like
That's amazing, man. I'm glad you always figure these things out, bro. That's
yeah.
nice of you, bro. Let's with this same issue, let's take it on. Let's take it off the field and take it to the classroom. Okay. What year are you now?
I'm a junior right now.
Yeah, as a junior, I know you've developed, you've evolved, you've gone throughout this whole process. What would you say was some things that you were doing? Like it can be on the field, can be in the classroom, or like regular day life that right now you wouldn't do, and like you've sacrificed those things to make things better for yourself.
Yeah, I would definitely say like school-wise, I would always put the like my assignments on the last day. I would do it like last minute and would like stress out myself for like no reason. And even though I had like so much time, I would like not just I wouldn't do it. I would like hate school and stuff. Especially you have to take like a lot of genetics. You have to take like biology and all that stuff. Like not related to my major. Like, now I'm taking stuff like sports business, marketing and stuff. Was like actually like interesting. So now I like enjoy like studying these things. But back then I didn't like it at all. So I would not put like things on the like last minute and like get it done like earlier. And off the field, I would say like mentally be like more calm and like just like more trust more the process. Like when you're like younger or like you have like your first season, like when you have like a bad game or stuff like this, you like freak out. You think like, yo, what's gonna happen next? Am I gonna play the next game good and stuff like this? And you feel like really pressured. But now like I know my ability and all like that like one bad game doesn't
Fine.
say like I'm a bad player. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's like really hard to like realize it when you're young and you put like a lot of pressure on yourself. So yeah, definitely that.
That's nice, man. That you said it, or one bad game doesn't define you. So like whoever is listening to this pod, like just be yourself, just trust yourself. You're whoever you think you are. So say some positive words to yourself and go out there and be a big dog, bro. Bro, I'm trying to wrap this up right now. So I'll just give you this opportunity to talk to people who are trying to embark on this journey. People that after high school they don't even know what they want to do. Some people also were in the same situation as you were. They didn't want to come to the state to study, but you are here now and you know how this journey is going. So I want you to share a word of advice to anybody who want to embark on this journey or who doesn't know what to do after high school.
Yeah, I would definitely say like if you're in high school or you play in an academy or whatever, you can achieve everything what that you want to like do in your future and like what you dream of. For me back then when I played at Juco level, a lot of people also told me like, yo, you're not gonna end up at like a Division 1 school. You can maybe go like to a D2 school and stuff like that. But I didn't believe like I didn't trust those people. I didn't like listen to them, and I always had my goal in my head. If you have a goal in your head and you really believe in it, like trust me, it's gonna become like a reality. Like you're thinking like right now, you maybe like right now you play high school and you're like really far away from like Division 1 level, and you see like all these videos on like TikTok and stuff like this. But like you can work your way up. And like I had to work my way up. I had to go like the Juco route, had to go like an extra season in Division 2, and then to make it D1. But trust me, it's like it is worth it. Like being paid, definitely be patient, like work out, and always like don't um don't like don't put like all the work to like other people. Like if you have an agency, don't be like, yo, my agency is gonna do everything for me. Like you can like just take your highlight tape, send emails out. And I remember when I was in the transfer portal, I sent probably like 900 to like 1,000 emails. I went through like every Division 1 school like 4 or 5 times, and at the end, I had like 3 or 4 good offers, and it helped me a lot. And I also got like more offers like through my own by like reaching out than like my agency. So definitely like if you have a dream, like just like try to make it happen. And yeah.
yeah, just try to make it happen, bro. Yeah, bro, I really appreciate you for joining me on here. I'm glad when I tested you, you accepted this and like joined me on here. I really appreciate you, bro. And yeah, guys, I will put his TikTok under the description of this video. So guys, go follow him on TikTok. He's doing amazing stuff on there. Like his videos and comment under it, and let's keep going together. Okay. I really appreciate you, man. Once again.
Thank you, brother.
I'll wrap this up and I'll hit you up later. Okay, bro.
Yeah,
All
all
right,
right.
guys, hit the subscribe button and I'll keep on bringing more videos like this to you. Bye. See you later.